18 predictions from The Simpsons that actually happened. Welcome to the most amazing channel. The Simpsons isn't just a funny cartoon, it's basically a time machine. Over the years, this iconic show has predicted real-life events with scary accuracy. From politics to technology, The Simpsons has somehow foreseen it all. Today, we're counting down 18 mind-blowing predictions that actually came true, ranking them from shocking to downright unbelievable. Stay till the end because number 1 will leave you speechless. Let's get started. Number 18. The Siegfried and Roy Tiger Attack. In the 1993 episode, Springfield, The Simpsons depicted a magician duo performing in a Las Vegas-style show being attacked by their trained white tiger. The scene was meant to be a comedic exaggeration, but a decade later, in 2003, fiction turned into reality. Roy Horn, one half of the famous Siegfried and Roy duo, was critically injured when their white tiger, Montecore, attacked him on stage during a live performance at the Mirage Hotel in Las Vegas. The incident left Roy with severe injuries, effectively ending the duo's long-running and legendary show. Number 17. Smart Watches. In the 1995 episode, Lisa's Wedding, The Simpsons took a leap into the future, showing a scene where a character used a watch-like device to communicate. At the time, such technology was pure science fiction, but today, it's a reality. The first widely available smartwatches, such as the Pebble and early Samsung Gear models, hit the market in the 2010s. Then, in 2015, Apple introduced the Apple Watch, bringing wrist-worn communication and smart features into everyday life. The episode's prediction was eerily spot on, showcasing a device that now plays a huge role in modern communication and health tracking. Number 16. The Shard in London. A 1995 episode of The Simpsons featured a scene in which London's skyline included a tall, glass-clad skyscraper, eerily similar in design and location to the Shard. At the time, no such building existed in London, but fast forward to 2012, and the Shard was officially completed. The resemblance between the animated version and the real-life structure is uncanny, from its pointed, futuristic design to its placement along the River Thames. This prediction once again demonstrated how The Simpsons has an almost supernatural ability to depict future architectural developments with remarkable accuracy. Number 15. Lady Gaga's Super Bowl performance. Back in a 2012 episode, The Simpsons featured Lady Gaga making a grand entrance at a concert in Springfield, descending from the sky in dramatic fashion. At the time, it seemed like just another fun exaggeration of her eccentric performances. But fast forward to 2017, and guess what? Lady Gaga's real-life Super Bowl halftime show had her doing exactly that, dropping down from the roof of the stadium in an electrifying performance. Was The Simpsons predicting the future? Or does Lady Gaga just like taking their ideas? Either way, this one was spot on. Number 14. Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox. In a 1998 episode, The Simpsons threw in what seemed like a silly background joke, a sign reading 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Co. It was just a playful jab at the media industry at the time. But in 2019, that joke became a real business deal when Disney actually acquired 21st Century Fox in a multi-billion-dollar merger. What started as a gag turned into one of the biggest entertainment industry moves of the century. Talk about foreshadowing. Number 13. Faulty voting machines. Voting problems and election controversies aren't new, but The Simpsons predicted something eerily specific back in 2008. In one episode, Homer tries to vote for Barack Obama, but the machine instead registers his vote for John McCain. 4 years later, in 2012, similar real-life issues were reported in Pennsylvania, where faulty machines change votes. Election officials scrambled to fix the problem, but The Simpsons had already called it. It's almost like they have an inside scoop on the future. Number 12. The censorship of Michelangelo's David. Art censorship debates have been going on for centuries, and The Simpsons poked fun at the idea in a 1990 episode where Springfield residents protest the display of Michelangelo's David due to its nudity. It seemed ridiculous until 2016, when real-life controversy erupted in Russia over the same issue. Citizens actually debated whether to put clothes on a replica of the famous statue to avoid offending people. It's both hilarious and a little scary how often The Simpsons' satirical jokes come true. Number 11. FIFA corruption scandal. If there's one thing The Simpsons doesn't shy away from, it's taking shots at corruption. In a 2014 episode, the show depicted a FIFA official getting arrested for corruption, suggesting shady dealings within the organization. Just a year later, in 2015, several high-ranking FIFA officials were actually arrested amid one of the biggest corruption scandals in sports history. It was a massive takedown, and The Simpsons had already laid out the script. Number 10. The discovery of the Higgs boson particle. Science predictions are hard to get right, but The Simpsons somehow nailed it way ahead of time. In a 1998 episode, Homer is seen writing a complex equation on a chalkboard. Turns out, that equation was eerily close to predicting the actual mass of the Higgs boson particle, which wasn't confirmed by scientists until 2012 at CERN. This was one of the biggest discoveries in physics, and yet somehow, a cartoon character beat actual scientists to it, at least on paper. Number 9. Ebola outbreak. In a 1997 episode, Marge offers Bart a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus, referencing a fictional outbreak. While Ebola was already known at the time, it wasn't a major global concern. But in 2014, reality caught up when West Africa experienced a devastating Ebola outbreak, claiming thousands of lives and becoming one of the worst health crises in modern history. Another unsettlingly accurate prediction from The Simpsons. Number 8. The horse meat scandal. A 1994 episode showed lunch lady Doris using assorted horse parts in school lunches, played as an absurd joke. However, in 2013, a real-life scandal emerged when European investigators found that several processed meat products contained undeclared horse meat. Major retailers and fast food chains were implicated, making this Simpsons joke all too real. Number 7. The NSA spying scandal. In the Simpsons movie, 2007, the NSA is portrayed as secretly monitoring citizens' conversations. This seemed like a far-fetched government conspiracy until 2013, when Edward Snowden leaked classified documents revealing the extent of NSA surveillance. The Simpsons, once again, was eerily ahead of its time. Number 6. The Greece debt crisis. In a 2012 episode, a news ticker humorously reads, "Europe puts Greece on eBay." This turned out to be a chillingly accurate reflection of the country's severe financial crisis, which dominated global headlines around that time. Number 5. Kamala Harris's presidential run. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson becomes president, wearing an outfit strikingly similar to what Kamala Harris wore during her 2021 inauguration as vice president. In 2024, following President Biden's withdrawal, Harris announced her candidacy, mirroring the show's scenario. Number 4. The censorship of Michelangelo's David. Imagine protesting a masterpiece that's been around for centuries. In a 1990 episode of The Simpsons, the people of Springfield were outraged over a public display of Michelangelo's David. Yes, the famous nude statue. They wanted it covered up to preserve their morals. Fast forward to 2016, and a similar debate happened in real life. In St. Petersburg, Russia, residents were uncomfortable with a replica of David being displayed openly. Officials even held a vote on whether the statue should be dressed up to avoid offending anyone. The results, thankfully, David remained as Michelangelo intended. Number 3. The discovery of the Higgs boson particle. Homer Simpson, accidental physics genius? In a 1998 episode, Homer is seen scribbling a complex equation on a chalkboard. Turns out, this equation closely predicts the mass of the Higgs boson particle, also known as the God particle, which scientists were desperately searching for. It wasn't until 2012 that researchers at CERN finally confirmed the Higgs boson's existence. The discovery was a huge deal in the world of physics, but fans of The Simpsons were quick to point out that Homer had solved it over a decade earlier. Maybe he's smarter than we give him credit for. Number 2. The NSA spying scandal. Government surveillance isn't just the stuff of conspiracy theories. It's real, and The Simpsons saw it coming. In The Simpsons movie, 2007, the NSA is portrayed as an all-seeing entity, secretly listening to private conversations and tracking citizens without their knowledge. In 2013, Edward Snowden's revelations confirmed that the US government was indeed conducting mass surveillance, collecting phone records, and monitoring online activities. The world was shocked, but Simpsons fans? Not so much. Once again, the show had called it way before it hit the headlines. Number 1. Donald Trump's presidency. This one is hands down The Simpsons' most famous prediction. In the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa Simpson becomes president and casually mentions inheriting quite a budget crunch from President Trump. At the time, it was just a joke. After all, Trump was a businessman and reality TV star, not a politician. Then, in 2016, that joke became reality when Donald Trump was elected as the 45th President of the United States. The eerie accuracy of this prediction sent the internet into a frenzy, with people wondering if The Simpsons writers actually had a time machine. Wow, The Simpsons really is something else, huh? Some of these predictions were so spot on, it's almost creepy, whether it's politics, technology, or major world events. This show has a strange way of seeing into the future. Which of these predictions shocked you the most? Or did we miss any that you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more mind-blowing content. Until next time, stay curious and stay awesome.